Well, Kelly's Court is back in session. On the docket today, a scuffle for the scoop in America's second city. William Kelly, no relation, conservative radio commentator in the Windy City, confronting former White House Chief of Staff Rahm Emanuel with some tough questions. Emanuel running for mayor of Chicago, and reporters on the street tried to ask him some questions. Well, local CBS reporter Jay Levine was not keen on William Kelly's doggedness. Watch it.
Do you have your residency situation?
You're not even a reporter.
I am too. I'm with WIND Radio. I do a show on WIND. What are you talking about? Wait a second. I do a show on WIND. No, you have to go away. What are you talking about? Don't tell me what to do.
They want a basic change in the direction and a fresh beginning and a new start. And
how are you a fresh beginning if you're the President Obama's chief of staff?
You will
let him finish or I'm going to deck you.
Really?
Yeah.
Are you his press secretary?
How about this?
Jay Levine is. Whoa. Wait a second.
I'm sorry about that.
Excuse me. Did you just threaten me? Did you just threaten me?
Why don't you back off, man?
No. I'm with WIND Radio.
Well, Levine was charged with misdemeanor assault, and he was just found not guilty. Now some conservatives, including Kelly, are fuming. Do they have a point? Let's ask our panel. Fox News legal analyst Arthur Aidala and defense attorney Mark Eiglarsh. All right, gentlemen. So Kelly was none too pleased with that threat, went in and filed a complaint, and Levine went on trial and was just acquitted. Was it the right result, Mark?
Absolutely. The only thing that he's guilty of is using a dated phrase, I'm going to deck you. Holy 1950s. You know, take you down to Chinatown, maybe a little bit better. He didn't commit an assault, Megyn. This is ridiculous. This alleged victim's getting his 15 minutes here. What is required under the statute is that the conduct must place someone in reasonable apprehension of receiving a battery. The alleged victim's initial response was, really? And then he chased him down. He's walking towards the alleged perpetrator saying, did you just threaten me? It's not an assault. That's the right ruling.
Let's get that queued up again as we talk to the panels, the part about where he says, you know, I'm going to deck you, just the part between Levine and Kelly as we talk to Arthur about this. Arthur, you know, this guy Kelly says he testified that he was in reasonable apprehension that he was about to receive a battery. How does the judge reject that?
Well, it really just goes right to it's a combination of what we're watching right now. Now, you can see he's getting elbowed right here, right, by one of the reporters.
Now, the African-American gentleman with the sunglasses is an ABC affiliate reporter. There's Jay Levine in the red jacket. He's a CBS affiliate
Now, watch
reporter.
him turn around and snap.
Let him finish or I'm going to deck you.
There you go.
Now, listen to the reaction.
Are you his press secretary?
How about this?
Jay Levine is. Whoa. Wait a second.
He looks so scared.
Excuse me. Did you just threaten me? Did you just threaten me?
Back off, man.
Arthur.
And I think
Is he in reasonable apprehension? He's getting in the guy's face.
Okay, so let's talk about the law for 1 second, because most people who think of assault means you have to strike someone, you have to hit someone. In this term, you don't need to strike someone. You just need to do what we would call in New York menacing, make them feel like they're about to get decked.
Yeah.
And a judge basically saw what we just saw and heard the testimony of the individual, and the judge clearly didn't credit his testimony.
Do you? I mean, look at how if somebody says to me, I'm going to deck you, I say, whoa, back off, buddy, you know, or
Look,
do it or you're going to get sued, or something like that. I don't say, really? And I get in their face and say, did you just say you're going to deck me?
Well, Mark, look, you and I have both seen cases where a lot less has transpired and someone has been convicted of menacing or of this type of assault.
When there's no video.
Okay.
When there's no video. Hey,
Okay.
Arthur. Hey, Arthur.
Yes, sir.
Arthur, you keep talking like that, I'll give you a knuckle sandwich, buddy.
Okay. But I mean, the bottom line is,
Right?
is that...
Are you fearful, Arthur? You're afraid?
A judge heard... Well, look, Mark, you're a big guy. I know you're coming here next week, so I'm not going to mess with you. But the bottom line is, if a judge found that he really was scared, I mean, there's no textbook answer of how you need to react when someone says, I'm going to deck you.
Yeah.
I do agree with you, Your Honor, that his body language is not exactly consistent with someone who's afraid that they're going to get decked. So that's why, you know, he went down.
But that's the thing, Mark, is that you got to look at the whole tape. If I'm arguing on behalf of this guy Kelly, I say, Judge, you got to look at the whole tape, because first you have the ABC reporter who sort of shoves him back and is getting ticked off with him. And this guy's the only one asking tough questions. The ABC reporter's asking him, like, what have you heard from Chicagoans? You know, and this guy's getting in his face saying a lot of people think the stimulus was a gift by the White House to Democratic donors or something like that. I mean, he's asking some tough questions. So this guy from ABC is irritated with him. him. He's kind of strong-arming him out. Look at Levine. He strong-arms him out. And then comes the threat. So did they have an argument that the cumulative circumstances, Mark, led to reasonable fear?
No. It doesn't matter what questions were being asked. It matters that when the alleged perpetrator turns around and does what he does, whether a person would reasonably fear that they're going to receive a battery. And you can tell by the fact that the perpetrator didn't put his hands up, which isn't required, but that would be one factor. He doesn't have the ability to carry it out because he didn't look like he was going to.
But Mark,
he looked very angry.
And he also does step in front of him. He's in that position that we're looking at right now. But he just stepped in front of him. He put his back to him. Look, nobody's saying this is a major thing. The consequences here is 30 hours of community service. I mean, nobody's talking about that. This look the way he whips around.
No, that's not the point.
Well, I think the punishment is the point.
He's just so angry. The thing that jumped out to me about it, Mark, was he is obviously very angry. Levine, the guy in the red jacket. So when the anger is that intense, maybe you feel threatened.
No, it is a crime if the guy is in reasonable fear of his of being punched in the face. It is a crime. What do you mean it's not a crime? Being angry and then putting that fault on someone is a crime.
It's not a crime, Arthur.
Oh, really?
It is placing someone in fear, and it has to be reasonable.
When you're angry and you say I'm going to deck you,
would find.
When you're angry and you say I'm going to deck you, that is a crime, sir. If it's a knuckle sandwich or I'm going to deck you, and you're red in the face and you just put your back to someone, that could be a crime. The judge here found it wasn't a crime, but that doesn't mean it's never a crime.
In these unique circumstances, which are the only ones that matter, it wasn't.
Well, that's what this judge
All right.
found.
Now, I just want to tell you, Arthur may have persuaded you over to the other side by the end of this argument, or he may not have. But if he did, it could in part be because he is a superstar lawyer here in New York, as featured. Look at this.
Oh, wow.
The master of defense.
Wow.
In Cranes.
Oh, Lord.
I know, Mark. I didn't want to bust that out on you in the beginning of the argument, Mark, but look who you're up against.
Wow.
I would have caved. I would have got another day. I wouldn't have bothered.
Thank you, Megyn.
Anyway, nice article, Arthur. It was a great piece, and thank you both so much.
But he still loses. I hope he still loses.
Yeah, actually, he does lose, according to my verdict, too. Which, Mrs. Idala, I'm sorry. Arthur's mother gets upset when I rule against him. One final word. The test is whether Kelly was in reasonable apprehension of getting hit. From what I see on that tape, he wasn't, so I think the judge reached the right decision. Having said that, what this reporter did wasn't right either, Levine. Sometimes this happens amongst reporters. You don't resort to physical threats to stop it.